Was formally launched and properly populated. I can confidently say, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that the commissioning of this impactful and landscape-enhancing transportation project would not have been possible if not for that vision. Mr. President, thank you very much. And due to the beauty of the ingenious Lagos School of Governance, which not only breeds ideas, but also connects people, successive administrations, that of Babatunde Fashola and Akinwumi Ambode, and of course the current governor, Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, kept to that template. Hence, on the 24th of January 2023, an historic feat occurred in our state of Lagos, as the first phase of the Lagos Blue Line was commissioned. With that singular act, Lagos became the first subnational in Africa, in fact, I dare say, anywhere in the world, to single-handedly fund such an audacious project on our balance sheet. The commissioning effectively announced to the world the completion of the first phase of the people-oriented project, which has 5 stations at Mile 2, Suru Alaba, Orile Igomu, National Theatre, and Marina. It has since commenced commercial operations, moving about 250,000 excited passengers daily. We give God the glory. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, exactly a year after that momentous accomplishment, we are here gathered today to inaugurate the first phase of the Lagos Rail Mass Transit Red Line. This time around, our president, a dearest son of the state of excellence and architect of many of the great initiatives we are pushing and nourishing today, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, takes the center stage of the inaugural rites, and rightfully so. I will get to that in a few moments. Today's historic achievement proclaims loudly our administration's commitment to upholding the sanctity of electoral promises, while seeking Lagosian support for our mandate. Under the banner of our great party, the All Progressive Congress, we pledge a total commitment to overhauling the transport infrastructure of Lagos State. Over 4.5 years later, it is obvious that we are actually walking the talk. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to go down memory lane and recall that the groundbreaking and commencement of civil work for the Red Line was performed by Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, CON, on Thursday, 15th April, 2021, right here at Ikeja. Today, 1,050 days after, we are back here in fulfillment of the promise that this administration will complete this iconic project, which has the DNA of our administration from start to finish. When myself and Mr. Governor, some of our colleagues, gentlemen of the press, took a ride on this train last Saturday, I whispered to myself, this is Lagos. I know that I'm not in the Big Apple, and I know I'm not in London. It was sunny, it was humid outside that day, but inside that commodious cabin of this beautiful train, it was cool, it was calm, it was cozy. I know that Lagos is indeed rising. In other words, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, what we are witnessing is a bold testimony to our spirit of enterprise, our never say never spirit. That is the spirit of Lagos. The project represents a monumental feat in infrastructure development, reflecting courage, creativity, determination, focus, meticulous planning, execution, and consistency. Because like I said, it started about 20 years ago when the president was the governor of this state. Based on the first pillar of our administration policy trust, transportation and traffic management, our commitment is to develop an efficient and sustainable transportation system that will improve mobility, promote economic growth, and enhance the living conditions of our people. This all-important transportation infrastructure, the Red Line, represents another major step in that direction. Being a progressive and people-oriented government, our transportation strategy is a multimodal one, bringing together the various elements of road, rail, and water, and ensuring that seamlessly integrate. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Red Line runs from Agbado, from our younger brother in Ogun State, to Oyingbo, and it is projected to reduce travel time from about 2.5 hours to just 35 minutes. The passenger capacity of the first phase is 500,000 daily. The line will be served by 8 stations. It will reduce the pressure on our roads, especially for the majority of our people moving from Agbado in Ogun State, outskirts of our city, to the mainland and out of city of Lagos Island. Kindly permit me at this juncture to express our profound gratitude to all those who have played key roles in the involvement and realization of this project, people-oriented project. At this point, I will still have to go back to the subject of our dear President, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the man whose vision gave rise to the whole idea of an intermodal transport system in Lagos. Talking about the Red Line without mentioning or making a reference to the groundbreaking contribution of the President is like talking about the beach without the ocean. The visionary leader, Asiwaju Tinubu, while he was the governor of Lagos State, pioneered the idea of intermodal transport system in Lagos. His administration developed the strategic transport master plan, which laid out foundation for a network of robust and modern transport infrastructure, befitting a 21st century city. The master plan has 6 rail lines and 1 monorail, 14 bus rapid transit corridors, over 20 water routes, and a number of major new roads. Thanks to Asiwaju's creative leadership, today we are making history with the completion of the first phase of Lagos Red Line. There is no doubt that our president will feel very proud, like a father at the naming ceremony of his newborn baby. He should be very happy. Please clap for Mr. President. Interestingly, Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu and yours sincerely were part of that administration. That again is the beauty of Lagos. As earlier stated, Babatunde Fashola must be mentioned for his doggedness in pursuing the blue line. And of course, keeping the template is Mr. Akinwumi Ambode. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as I draw to a close, let me appreciate Lagosians for bearing with us in the face of all the inconveniences thrown up by the implementation of this light rail network. Together, we will attain the greater Lagos of our collective dream. On this note, on behalf of Mr. Governor, I welcome Mr. President back to your home, and I welcome every one of us to this historic occasion. Welcome to Lagos, the center of excellence and citadel of innovative governance. Welcome on board to the Red Line. Thank you very much. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe ni.
Can we once again appreciate the Deputy Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, Governor of Lagos State, brother governors in Nigeria, all other courtesies duly extended. Next on the lineup, we'll take some goodwill messages. First on the lineup, we'll take a goodwill message from the Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, His Excellency Kui Jianhong. Sir, you have 2 minutes.
Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu, my dear brother, Governor of Lagos State, ministers, governors, Royal Highness, Excellencies of Diplomatic Corps, and Madam Consul General of Chinese General Consulate in Lagos State, in Lagos, and also Chairman Liu Weimin from Beijing CCECC, and members of Diplomatic Corps, ladies and gentlemen, it is great pleasure for me to be invited to join you all for this presidential, of course, highest officials commissioning of this great project. I would like to take this opportunity, thank you, President, and your administration to place the trust and confidence to Chinese community, business community, especially for CCECC. And also I want to thank you, Governor, my dear brother. You are not only the Governor of Lagos State, interpretation, dragon symbolize auspiciousness, wisdom, and strength. Today, I think that is a good day, happy day. We are in the auspicious atmosphere. I also want to share my personal feeling to you about this dragon year for Nigeria. I try to use dragon, D is devotion. All the Nigerian Chinese, we can work together for our development. And also we can work together for the resilience to overcome difficulties. And the A, I think that we need accelerator. That means accelerate our development. And the O, I use words opportunity, to seize opportunity for Nigeria. So I hope that this is my hope. 2024, dragon could bring more things to Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to take this opportunity to share my thought. The infrastructure, industrialization, and ICT are the key success factors for every nation's economic development. So I commend your decision maybe 20 years ago for this project. I'm very proud to share with you that this is the 5th time for me to be in Lagos to attend the highest official ceremony, Deep Sea Port, and Lagos to Ibadan flagship and railway, and also to the Lagos International Airport Terminal. So this is the 5th time for me as the 14th Chinese ambassador in Nigeria to attend this very historical event. I want to commend this very important project for 2 nations. I hope we can do more. We love to have more projects in this nation. Your President, Your Excellency, I firmly understand and support your Renewed Hope initiative. I also want to take this opportunity to work with you through, I use the 3 kinds of reform: radical, and the conservative, and the moderate reform, and try to build our infrastructure and industrialized industry, and also our ICT sectors. I would like to respond. We should build a new renewed hope with renewed tie. That's thought exchange between the 2 presidents. We need new investment. We need new endeavor to plant a new seed, security, economy, education, and dedication to generate renewed GDP. Here is gross domestic product and the gross development and progress. I hope my last expectation, through our common effort, we can deepen, broaden, and strengthen the bilateral political consonance, economic cooperation, military security collaboration, international affairs coordination, and people-to-people communication. I thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellency, governors here present, with your kind permission, let me welcome the governor of Imo State and the chairman of the Progressive Governors, Senator Hope Uzodinma. A round of applause for him, please. Next, we'll take the second goodwill message, which is that of the Minister of Transport, Senator Saidu Hamed Al-Khali. A round of applause for him, please. Sir, we appreciate it. You can use 2 minutes, sir.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic, Your Excellency, Governor of Kwara, Imo, Ogun, Borno, Ekiti, and Kogi State. It's not working, right? Okay, it's back now. Members of the National Assembly here present, the Chief of Staff to Mr. President, Right Honorable Femi Bajabiamila, members of Diplomatic Corps, captains of industries, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great delight and immense pleasure that I stand before you today as we witness a historic moment in our nation's progress. The commissioning of this rail line, traversing Oibo, Yaba, Oshodi, Ikeja, Agege, Mushin, Iju, and Agbado. This project born out of the dedicated and collaborative effort of the Lagos State Government and the Federal Ministry of Transportation reflects our commitment in transforming the landscape of transportation in our great country. I sincerely commend the giant effort of Lagos State Government for making this historic project a reality. The railway infrastructure stands as a shining example of what can be achieved when federal and subnational government unite in a shared vision for progress. It also demonstrates sincere commitment of providing efficient and modern transportation solutions to our citizens. As we continue to celebrate this developmental project, I wish to acknowledge the invaluable partnership and foresight of the Lagos State Government and call on other states to emulate by leveraging on the existing structure of federal government within its borders to create solutions that will benefit the people of its states. Together, we have demonstrated that when the federal and state entities unite, the impact on the lives of our people is profound, especially in transportation, which is recognized as the gateway of the nation's economy. I therefore encourage other state governments to emulate this approach, leveraging the strengths and collaboration to bring about positive change in their respective jurisdictions. Let me assure you that the Federal Ministry of Transportation is committed to providing support and expertise to consolidate this laudable joint partnership. Today's commissioning is a symbol of progress and a milestone in our journey towards a more connected and prosperous nation. This rail represents more than just steel and tracks. It signifies connectivity, economic growth, and improved livelihood. As it traverses through our landscape, it became the lifeline connecting communities, fostering trade, and enhancing accessibility for all. Now the railway is on concurrent legislative list of our Constitution. The Federal Ministry of Transportation is positioned to lead the way for partnership to facilitate railway infrastructural development for subnational government and the private sector in the country. Let us therefore jointly work together to achieve railway connection throughout the nations, from the port to the hinterland, that will serve as a transportation backbone for economic recovery of our nation, as a choice of mode of transportation for passengers. Together we can build a future where efficient transportation network drive economic growth, improve accessibility, and enhance the quality of life for all citizens. I also wish to use this opportunity to applaud this laudable initiative, which will no doubt support the realization of the renewed hope agenda of our dear President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. I express my profound to all who have contributed to the realization of this vision. May this commissioning serve as an inspiration for a new era of collaboration, innovation, and progress in the rail transportation of our great nation. Let this red line be a symbol of geographical connectivity and economic development of not only Lagos State, but the entire nation at large. Thank you, and may these rail progresses continue to lead us to a brighter future. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, sir, Your Excellencies, governors here present, it is now time to listen to a man with the distinction of successfully completing the Red Rail Line less than 3 years after the groundbreaking ceremony. In addition to successfully completing and deploying the Blue Line Rail, in addition to several life-impacting projects, he is tireless, innovative, and pragmatic. Please join me as I respectfully invite our own Mr. Celebo, the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you very much. I can feel the excitement in the halls, both here and the halls below. I want to extend our greetings to all of you. My leader, my father, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Senator Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. My darling wife, thank you very much for your support. My brother governors that are here, Governor of Kwara, Governor of Imo, Governor of Ogun, Governor of Borno, Governor of Ekiti, Governor of Kogi, Deputy Governor Nasarawa, thank you all very, very, very much for coming. Your Excellency, Mr. Deputy Governor and his darling wife, thank you for your support and collaboration. Members of the National Assembly, starting with the Chief of Staff, to the President, a former Speaker of the House, I want to acknowledge you, and through you all FEC members, the Honorable Minister, members of the National Assembly that are here, thank you very much. My Speaker in the Lagos State House of Assembly, thank you very much. Your Excellencies, the various ambassadors of the various missions that are here, thank you very much. But to thank the ambassador of the People's Republic of China, thank you very much. All our traditional fathers that are here, thank you very much. Our political leaders, especially the GAC members, led by Prince Tajuddin Oluyole Olusi, our captains of industries that are here, I want to respectfully adopt the very well-established protocols that have been adequately and respectfully made by the MC. I give God Almighty, the giver of life, the one that is, that was, that will always be. I give God the glory for bringing all of us here today and for making today's event not only a landmark event in Lagos, but for giving all of us the ability to see today's goodness. So I thank God Almighty for bringing all of you here today. Mr. President, exactly 9 months ago today, May 29, 2023, today is February 29, 2024. It's no coincidence, because February 29 happens once every 4 years. Today, 9 months ago, you swore as the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federation of Nigeria. Today, Mr. President, also, coincidentally, I also took an oath as a returning governor of Lagos State. Today marks, indeed, a day that history will not forget in a long time. But I know too well that history will be kind and be fair to you. Because today is not just an ordinary day. It's not just a day that we're thinking in the calendar. It's a day that God has ordained. Because by sheer coincidence, we are celebrating 9 months in office. And we're seeing, and we can begin to see what those 9 months have been for you. It is by sheer luck of poetic destiny you are here today, exactly 9 months after that swearing in, to breathe into life a vision that you started, a vision of progress, a vision of connectivity, a vision that is people-driven. As our governor 20 years ago, you breathed that vision. But today, as our president, you are here to see that vision come to reality. I want to thank God for your life. I want you to know that it's been a tough 9 months. But we are convinced, because we know of what you are made of. We know what capacity, what capability you are made of. Because Lagos can continue and is continuing to see all of that. The country might be going through a lot. But we are convinced, given your sheer determination, given the audacity that you have, given your purposeful vision for this country, that by the time the story of this nation is being told, you, Mr. President, history will be fair to you. And it's no doubt that this moment is for Lagos. It's not just about us. It's about the teeming 24, 25 million Lagosians that have believed and have held on to that vision. Indeed, today's event is the culmination of a long and painstaking journey of reforming our transportation sector. In the year 2003, you, Mr. President, established the Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, LAMATA, to coordinate and oversee transport policies and programs in Lagos State. Just December, 2 months ago, we celebrated LAMATA's 20th anniversary. I uniquely was privileged to be part of your administration that birthed LAMATA 20 years ago. On that, you've allowed a seamless movement of people and fuel economic growth and development of our state. I stand here very proud to say that the Lagos State Strategic Transport Master Plan that outlines what those integrated rail systems stood for, which are 6 rail corridors, 1 monorail, 14 BRT corridors, and over 20 water routes on vast network of what is today the tiniest, smallest state in our country called Lagos State. We're indeed happy that that master plan is alive, is working, and all successive government, from my brother Babatunde Fashola to my other brother Akim Ambode, and to our humble administration, have kept faith with it. For the first time in the history of Lagos, we have a system comprising and integrating 3 modes of transportation. The road, which is the BRT that we're using, the rail, which is the Rail Master Transit Program, and the waterways through the statewide ferry service. Every day, millions and millions of Lagosians cross this integrated urban transportation infrastructure, uniting them into a world-class digital payment platform. Today, Mr. President, we have designed locally a cowrie card that over 4.2 million Lagosians have in their hand. This integration that has achieved the means of transportation means that every cowrie card carrying member can choose either to travel on a BRT bus, can choose to travel on any of our ferry services, can also choose to travel on our rail infrastructure. This is the platform that is working and is working well in Lagos. Mr. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's no coincidence that the first pillar in this administration's Teams Plus agenda is traffic management and transportation. And we're putting in a lot of work to build what our predecessors have done and to continue delivering results to the people of Lagos State. We've commissioned and handed over 5 BRT corridors that are in operation now. We have also commissioned and handed over the first phase of the Blue Line from Mile 2 to Marina, which is wholly powered by electricity, which was commissioned by our former president, President Muhammadu Buhari, about a year ago. And has since commenced passenger operation, carrying hundreds of thousands of passengers on a daily basis. In the area of road, there's been major road infrastructure that are ongoing and that we have completed, from the revamping of the old Ojo Road in Amu Odofin, to Abiola Onigemo Road in Ifakwajayi, to Ishekun Cap David Road in Alimosho, to the Agric Ishawo Irepo Road in Ikorodu, to the 10-lane Lagos Badagry Express Road, to the ongoing Ojota Okpebi Link Bridge and Approved Road, all culminating and pushing out the infrastructure of Lagos, to the Lekki-Epe Express Road, reinforced concrete from Epe Junction all the way to Abamade Sonya. We are connecting the dots of Lagos in different ways. In the grand tapestry of our development agenda, we are advancing a series of visionary legacy initiatives that span various sectors: in healthcare, in education, in tourism, in housing, and of course in public transportation. Some of these projects includes, we have started the second phase of the Blue Line from Mile 2 all the way to Okokomaiko. Our brother governor, Ogun State, is talking to us to extend that also into his own corridor. We'll show him what the numbers are, and I'm sure he'll write the check, because we have no other neighbor apart from Atlantic Ocean is Ogun State. And so we don't want to annex them, but we don't want to develop into Ogun State. Mr. President, we're pioneering an Omu Creek project that will open up additional opportunity and real estate in Lagos. We are on conversation with the Lekki-Epe International Airport. We're building the first logistics food hub in the whole of West Africa, the Lagos Food Security Hub. We are also at the verge of starting the 4th mainland bridge, which you, Mr. President, still spoke to me about this morning. It will happen in your time, and we will call you in future years to come and unveil and commission. We are currently negotiating, completing financing, creative financing that you keep talking to us about. Creative financing, the ability to think and do. That's what we're about. And by the grace of God, we will not stop at anything to achieve this. All these major projects we've outlined is to add to the multiple of inner roads, bridges, and junctions that we have completed and that millions of Lagosians are currently enjoying. Each of these projects, we believe, is a cornerstone in our unwavering commitment to furthering prosperity, the future of Lagos and its esteemed citizens. I want to thank my brother governors, because we always continue to do peer review amongst ourselves. We've had several of other subnational that have come to listen and learn from us, and we're also listening with them. There's the G2G collaboration that we're working with Kwara, we're working with Niger, we're working with Nasarawa, and that's why all of them are here, so that we all can indeed ensure that we're developing this country concurrently at our various subnationals. Today, Mr. President, we mark an historic milestone in the annals of Lagos and indeed in our nation, with the commissioning of the Lagos Rail Mass Transit, the Red Line, a 37-kilometer of modern engineering that stretches from Agbado, again in Ogun State, all the way to Oyinbo, and in the phase 2 will connect to National Arts Theatre. The segment we're inaugurating today spans 27 kilometers from Agbado through Iju, Agege, Ikeja, where we are, Oshodi, Mushin, Yaba, and Oyinbo. We started construction mid-2020, and I'm happy that all of these stations and all the infrastructure are ready, completed for the populace to use. As part of the project, we have also completed and constructed 5 overpasses. Mr. President, you will see overpasses that are strategically located at Mushin, at Ikeja along you see here, at Oyinbo, at Yaba, and of course at Penn Cinema. And we desire that vehicular flow will be eased because there will not be any vehicular intersection when the trains are moving. Mr. President, the Honorable Minister will also be speaking with you because there are 2 or 3 others that we're hoping that the federal government will support us with so that we can complete that entire node. At this juncture, Mr. President, let me, if the slides will not fail me, to digitally also unveil and show you the other stations that we have that were completed. I don't know if the screen is ready to show the Oyinbo station. Can I see the Oyinbo station, Mr. President? This is the Oyinbo station.
Thank you, Mr. Governor. This is Oyinbo station.
Thank you very much. That is the iconic Oyinbo station. Next will be the Yaba station. If I can see Yaba station.
This is our station, Yaba station.
This is also Yaba station, which is very iconic. It has an overpass bridge as well. The next will be the Mushin station. My Mushin people understand and appreciate.
Governor Sanwo-Olu, we see you.
Next will be the iconic, well, the Ikeja station, that's where we are now. We don't need to see that, we'll see it, you know. The Agege station, if I can see the Agege station. That is the Agege
appreciate
station.
You, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
That is the Agege station. All of our people from the northern part and all my speaker people that are living in Agege, they understand the importance of that station today. Let me see the Iju station. This is the Iju station, Mr. President.
Thank you, Governor Sanwo-Olu.
So you can see, Mr. President, that we're not just talking, we're doing, and all these stations are live, are ready to receive passengers and to receive commuters once the operation starts. Mr. President, thank you very much. And in pursuant of our operational excellence, and we're steadfast committed to enhancing the life of our citizens, the launch of the Red Line commenced with introduction of cargo train that were procured last year all the way in America. We've also additionally procured 3 sets of GWR rolling stock from the United Kingdom in 2023. And just a few weeks ago, to bolster our capacity and to show the unwavering commitment of our president, I was in China to finalize the procurement of additional 6 rolling stock for the Red Line and the Blue Line. And please give Mr. President a round of applause. He has supported us in achieving the procurement of those rolling stock. Thank you very much, sir. We are indebted to you and we're indeed grateful for your support. At full capacity, The phase 1 of the Red Line will transport 250 passengers daily, and this will grow to a total of 750 passengers when it is fully in operation with all the complementary rolling stock that is required. I stand here with a lot of gratitude for my predecessor, His Excellency Babatunde Raji Fashola, SAN, CON, for starting the construction at that time of the Blue Line, and his worthy successor, His Excellency Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, for his insightful and indelible contribution at pushing that rail construction on the Blue Line. Your service to Lagos will continue to be greatly appreciated. I must also mention the role played by the Central Bank of Nigeria at helping to galvanize local funding through the differentiated cash reserve ratio. The three banks supported us extensively on the Red Line: United Bank for Africa, the First Bank PLC, and the Zenith Bank PLC. I think they deserve a round of applause. The Red Line will share tracks with the Nigeria Railway Corporation, NRC, service from Lagos to Ibadan. We therefore want to thank our former President, Goodluck Jonathan, for signing off the sharing track agreement, and to thank very, very deeply the management and staff of the Nigerian Railway Corporation for supporting us. And to stand here and thank your minister, the Minister of Transportation, distinguished Senator Seidu Alkali, for your support, Mr. Senator, Mr. Honorable Minister, and for giving direction to Nigeria Railway Corporation and to the great speech you have given to us here. That it's only when we work together as national and sub-national that we can realize the conversation of a real Nigerian story which Mr. President is leading. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Thank you very much, the NRC and all your staff, for collaborating with us. Mr. President, it is not the end of the story, but merely the beginning. As I said earlier, we're on a long and exciting journey. Much has been accomplished, but there's still a lot more that we need to do ahead of us. There are a total of 6 lines that we have on our Lagos rail mass transit system when fully developed. We have already started preliminary works on the next 2 rail projects, the Green Line and the Purple Line. The Green Line is a 71.4-kilometer rail from Marina all the way to the Lekki Free Trade Zone, one of the fastest growing industrial areas of our country, of our continent, that you, Mr. President, also birthed about 22 years ago. And we're happy that we're taking this rail corridor to that place. And also, we'll be setting where the Lagos Lekki Epe International Airport also will be birthing. The Purple Line is a 54.35-kilometer rail from Ojo, close to Alasu, all the way into Mowe, again, inside Ogun State, because we can't go anywhere. We have to continue to develop and push, our conversation into Ogun State. So these 2 rail projects are also at advanced stage, and we're pushing on the conversation. We have additional other ones, the orange and also the yellow lines, to contend with. Mr. President, in closing, I would like to once again commend the dedication of everyone involved in bringing this project to life. I want to thank the current Central Bank Governor, Mr. Oluyemi Cardoso, for his invaluable support that has rendered Lagos Rail on our infrastructure journey. I want to also thank, all the way from China, the president of CCCC Worldwide, Mr. Liu Win-Won, who I met on my last trip to China, who had given matching orders to CCCC to ensure that all other projects, rail and otherwise, with Lagos State are fast-tracked. I want to thank CCCC for their collaboration, for their engagement with us, and we're indeed happy that we can build, on all of its successes. Mr. Jensen Zen, the current chairman of CCCC in Nigeria, we're proud with our engagement, we're proud with our working relationship. Mr. President, it will remain of me if I do not thank our other arm of government, I want to extend our arm of thanks with the collaborative effort we have with the Lagos State House of Assembly. Today, that house is run by the Speaker himself, Dr. Mudashiru Ajayi Obasa, with 39 others, and they see themselves as a supportive arm of the executive. They continue to work with us, they continue to engage with us, and they continue to ensure that whatever it is that we need to do together on the Lagos journey is realizable. We want to thank you, Mr. Speaker. We also want to thank our judiciary for always ensuring that, we keep to the tenets of separation of power, and our judicial service in Lagos not only is the biggest judicial service as a subnational, but they continue to render that service selflessly to the people and the citizens of Lagos. To the Lagos State Executive Council, we cannot begin to thank ourselves, but I want to thank my partner, my brother, Mr. Deputy Governor, and the entire EXCO for believing in my leadership, for supporting me at all times, and for ensuring that when some of those my crazy, audacious ideas come on board, they give me the needed tonic and support to make sure it is a reality. Mr. President, I want to thank an agency that you created 20 years ago, Lamata, starting with his first managing director, Dr. Dayo Mebiriola. I don't know if he's in the audience here today, but we cannot thank him enough for birthing the idea with you, for working tirelessly to the growth of Lamata. And subsequently, engineer Jordan Dabiri as well paid his own part as well to ensure that Lamata continues to strike and to push ahead. But today, the celebrant of today is no other person than the current managing director of Lamata, a woman of strong conviction, a real Amazon, engineer Mrs. Abimbola Akianjo, a true Omo Isaleko, Ne Adams, somebody that I will say was my faculty mate in University of Lagos. But I've led in the last 5 years this agency called Lamata to become a world-known agency that other nations are copying what Lamata is to Lagos. We are replicating the success of Lamata, not only in our country, but globally. I want to thank the management and staff under your leadership to say that we're proud with what we're about. But once we've thanked you, you should know that it is more work that has been beckoned on you. And to thank finally our concessionaire that we're working with, Messrs. First Metro and all of their staff. Mr. President, Lagosians cannot thank you enough. Nigeria is on a journey, and you are leading that journey. We're proud to identify with you. We are happy with the strides you are taking. We're happy with how you are leading this country. But for us in Lagos, we believe you. You've done it here before. We can testament to it. We can show. We can demonstrate it. And want to say to you that all of your audacious pronouncement, all of your giant steps that you are taking, God will give you the step and the ability to take it to a final completion. We're happy with you. We pray God to give you good health, long life, to see the successes that we have seen in Lagos, for Nigeria to see those successes. We believe that that will happen in your time. We're indeed happy that you are our president at this very time. And God Almighty will strengthen you. It is therefore my honor, if the gentlemen of the press will allow, that Mr. President witness the signing of the phase 2 of the red line. It's just a 2-minute ceremony which Messrs. Lagos State, through Lamata and CCCC will also sign. The phase 2 of it will start from Moimbo. And like I explained to you, sir, it will take off and it will go and join the red line at the National Arts Theatre. Because there is no rail connection anywhere in the world if it doesn't connect with another rail infrastructure. That is the only way where it becomes integrated and it becomes usable and functional. Because commuters can hop in and hop off from a line and be able to change and connect with another rail connection. So if they are ready, it's just 1 or 2 of them, they will sign it before I invite you for your speech, Mr. President.
Gentlemen of the press, please, let's create a pathway. Those signing are MD of Lamata, Engineer Mrs. Abimbola Akinjo, as well as the chairman of CCECC. While to witness the signing is Mr. Governor, as well as the president of CCECC Worldwide. They will witness it.
Only the economic capital of not proposal for Lagos Real Mass Transit LRMT Red Line Phase 2 Olimbo to National Theatre. Lagos is located in southwestern Nigeria. It's not only the economic capital of Nigeria, but also the largest city in West Africa, with a population of more than 20 million. As the extension line of Phase 1 of the LRMT Red Line, this project can effectively alleviate traffic congestion in Lagos, facilitate residents' travel, and strengthen passenger exchanges between the central urban areas through the connection with the LRMT Blue Line. The line starts from the end of Olimbo Station and crosses the road bridge at 8.
Let's give them a round of applause.
Runs along the right side of the existing
Phase 2 of the Lagos Real Mass Transit Red Line has been signed.
Echo Road Bridge. Then it runs parallel to the Blue Line.
Next is to...
After arriving at the elevated platform at the end of Red Line Phase 2, Red Line passengers can go down.
The photo. Next is to respectfully invite a man that had the vision some 20 years ago. He created Lamata. He also laid the foundation for a greater and financially prosperous Lagos. And today, he has been entrusted with a renewed hope mandate that will make things better for all Nigerians. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please let's welcome our father, our leader, the president and commander-in-chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. Jagaban of Africa, the city boy.
Please be seated. Thank you very much. The very hard working governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the chairman of the governor's forum, the governor of Ogun, Hope of Imo, the governor of Borno, the governor of Ekiti, the governor of Kogi, Ojojo, and the rest of us and the deputy governor of Nasarawa. Thank you very much, all of you, giving support to one of real person. a member of your club, a subnational. Abraham Clark, the chairman of the Governor's Borough, you may want to extend this corridor to Kwara. The first governor, Akinwumi Ambode, and other members who had been here, I could see your hand. Many of you. So the First Lady of Lagos State, thank you for the support. The Deputy Governor, thank you for the support. Mrs. Deputy Governor, thank you. All of you. It is when the home is at peace and you can think and do the job. The Chief of Staff, the Honorable Minister for Transport, the Speaker of Lagos State, I will see you loud. God bless you. Thank you very much. Our leader, our uncle, Prince Oluyole Olusu. Thank you. To the diplomatic members here, and Chief of Staff to the President, former governors Akinwumi Ambode, members of diplomatic corps again, or captain of industry. One of our great leaders, Rasak Akane Okoya, is here present. Thank you for all you are doing for industrialization. All the senior government officials, from the beginning of Lamata, the transport community, this is the dream realized. Thank you all very much. The members of the media, I could see one of our construction guru of high-tech here present. Thank all of you for the good welcome home for me. Even though it's very short, from this venue I'm on my way to another national assignment. But still, and I enjoy being back. And I am happy I'm back. I'm happy that history of Lagos will remember all of us. I will be kind. I am very, very happy indeed that today is a day to remember, and that infrastructural history of our country, and particularly Lagos, my Lagos. the Center of Excellence. Today is an evidence that it's good to dream, and it's a serious validation of democracy by the people, for the people. When you put people at the central focus of your vision and planning, you will realize the value of democracy. This is what we are here to do. Because 25 years ago, I was elected to lead Nigeria's most populous state, the smallest in land mass. Those were very different times, when all that existed here was suppressed and aborted potential. From the grim beginning, my team and I toiled day and night to craft and to implement a developmental vision that will transform Lagos into the economic powerhouse of Africa and a respected mega city on the global stage. We are realizing that dream. The distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to declare to you that the momentum of greatness we kick-started a quarter of a century ago has since become an unstoppable force. It's not a crime to dream and dream big. Just stay focused and stay on course. Particularly make development the central focus. One of the ongoing transformations has been the transportation system. Focus on the people. This is one example of an agency out of bureaucracy that works. Well guided, well committed, a well-designed blueprint. It has worked across 4 administrations. It's about the quality of leadership. Lamata has demonstrated that agency can make to succeed and work for the people if implemented and guided with a vision. And be committed to a larger value. From launching the bus rapid system to the ferry, massive upgrading of road network, Lamata, thank you very much. Well done. History of Lagos will be written with you in gold. I understand the digital payment system platform, single one, I can use for ferry service, useful. Rapid bus, the rail, but not for rice and beans. Today we are gathered for the inauguration of the second of the 6 rail lines planned as part of that launching, that vision then. And I must thank our political leaders here present for believing in us, for lifting our spirit. We said we can do it. You believe in us. We said it will be focused on the people. You believed in us. We said the people's life will end up being better. You believed in us. And we hear a lot of noises right now. I live with it. I asked for this job. I cannot complain. It's all about democracy. For this revolution that is started, these reforms that is ongoing, we're not looking back. Because it's about people. Re-engineering, reconstruction, reaffirmation of our pledge to be loyal to our country. That's one thing I know, definitely, is that there's a very bright light at the end of the tunnel. I agree, smugglers will fight back. Corruption will fight back. We will fight them to ruin. Corruption will go away. Save the money for you to educate our children, to pay for the healthcare system of our people, to pay for modern transportation system that work for highest number of people, not just few smugglers and bootleggers. The fight is on. We'll be on it. We're not looking back. Thank God, Lamada as a public sector institution and Lagos State as a subnational government are both strong and constant. Constant reminders that true change is possible. I speak to Nigerians through this podium that change is possible and change we must achieve. Progress we must achieve. It's not about single individual. It's about the highest growing population in the world. Out of every 5 individual black-colored people is a Nigerian. We cannot afford to relax the budget population. We must plan and prepare for it. We must be committed to great value. And this economy, we will grow it, we will feed ourselves out of the penury, and we'll be happy that we did it. Taking a closer look at working on aviation, what is our problem? If it is corruption, we must exterminate it. No matter how hard it is fighting back, no to corruption. We must adhere to our pledge. Patriotism, perseverance, consistency, and stayed focused. The National Transportation Minister is here. It is very critical for your ministry to collaborate further with subnational government. To help build a Nigeria for the greatest number of our people. Nigeria must and will be able to enjoy access to multiple alternative modes of transport, all of which are safe, efficient, and affordable. Let me again here commend the Lagos State government under Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for the giant strike. It was part of the vision from 20 years ago. I sent them around as their governor and their leader to other countries to look at the system. And they work hard. I am delighted that as we inaugurate the first phase of the Red Line, we cannot afford to rest on our oars. There's much work still to be done at national and subnational level, and no room for complacency. I very much look forward to the completion of the terminal of the other phase. I could see massive economic opportunity coming out of this. Thank our partners. The hope is here. We have a governor in hope. And I'm standing before you, clinging to that hope, assuring you my belief that Nigeria will be out of economic problems. We just need to persevere, work hard. Be assured. Allow me to throw a jab here. The labor union should understand that no matter how much we cling to our freedom and rights. To call for strike within 9 months of an administration is unacceptable. If you want to participate in the electoral process, wait until 2027. If not, maintain peace. You are not the only voice of Nigerians. At this point, it is my singular pleasure to inaugurate the first phase of Lagos Rail Mass Transit Red Line. To the glory of God Almighty and for the benefit of the people. And watch the numbers going up. Today, I'm seriously honored that I am a Lagosian, happy, and the first to be President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria from this day. The promise is not to let you down. We will be at the destination, joy, happiness, and prosperity. God willing. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, microphone. Your Excellency, sir, Mr. President, we'll have a group photograph. The state governors will join Mr. President, the Honorable Minister of Transportation, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State to join them, sir. We'll take the pictures twice. Former Governor Ambode, sir. Your Excellency, please join them, sir.